And we're live.
Yay!
Hey.
Hi, I'm Hoi.
Guys, so welcome to the Renegade Podcast episode 4.
And that's
Sorry.
Hoi.
Hoi with the premature.
Yeah. Okay, let me leave. Bye.
It is April Fool's Day. So I'm gonna ask you guys to introduce yourself and tell me the best April Fool's joke that you've heard, like ever, like from company. Like companies do the April Fool's stuff. So the best one of that you've heard.
Go on, Hoi.
Hi again. I'm Hoi. And April Fool's jokes. I seriously cannot remember. I'm so sorry. I just so bad
All
at
right.
me. But
We'll come back to you. Next.
Hey, I'm Jojo. Best April Fool's joke. So there was one in the metro a couple of years back from British Airways where they were rolling out a new airliner that had a transparent hull,
Oh, I remember
transparent
that.
chassis, and
oh,
it was so well done. It looked amazing, but yeah, not legit. I'd totally
Okay.
fly in that though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm Scott. Hey, and I have no idea. I could tell you one that I did. I did the whole classic calling up my mother on.
Oh, don't do
On
that
April
one.
Fool's Day.
People are that's going to upset people.
Okay,
Don't
mine's
do
not
it.
PG-13.
No, just don't do it. Scott.
oh.
But yeah.
What about the
and,
Alexa one this morning, Scott?
The what one?
What about the Alexa one?
Oh, yeah, the Alexa one. Did everyone say good morning to their Alexa today?
No, because I woke up at like 8 a.m. and my
have
girlfriend
it
was
on-
asleep.
I have
So-
it on video.
Yeah, so it will, as soon as you say hello, it says, oh, I'm reprogramming to speak backwards from now on. And then it says like a sentence backwards. And you're like, what the hell? And it's like, only joking.
Do you want me to find it? I've got it on video.
That's pretty cool.
Hang on. There you go. Good morning.
I can't really hear it very well.
Probably
no,
not the
no.
best quality,
Yeah.
but it's very good. If you got an Alexa, give it a go. It should still work today.
And I'm Stuart, and I think the best April Fool's joke, it was in a newspaper. This was years and years ago. I worked. This wasn't really like the April Fool's joke itself was good, but the reaction that I got from someone was the best. I used to work in a little Chinese restaurant, and it was on April Fool's Day, and there was this guy reading the paper, and in the newspaper there was an article written that they'd been working with Heston Blumenthal to make this one sheet of newspaper taste like a cheeseburger. And I see this one guy in the back of this restaurant. This.
Say again. Oh,
He
okay.
licks it and goes, "Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
what's the date?" And just goes
you fool!
like that. It was brilliant. And we're all staring at him, pissing ourselves laughing. Because this guy's just licked a newspaper.
I think
hilarious.
that's the kind of
Did it
situation
taste
where you
like
just have to
cheeseburger?
own it.
And it's great.
Oh,
I think-
man.
Hoi, have you thought of...
Well, actually, I remember one I saw scrolling through Facebook today. A friend of mine posted literally a poster which looked like, Bike and Bites of Mars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a poster movie version saying like coming 2018, and my friend was literally going like, "Oh my god," kind of thing. But people were saying in the comment section like, "Yeah, look at the credits below. It says like April Fools on you."
Ah, boo.
And I was like, "Oh."
I'd pay to see that movie.
Yeah,
I paid to see that movie.
Black
Black Master Mob was awesome.
great.
Was
Who's
a
your
great show.
favourite?
I remember really good.
Who's your-
Oh, it's hard.
I don't remember like the characters and what.
I remember
was-
the
there
white
was-
one was Vinny.
Vinny was my favorite. That was the white one with the mask. And then there was Modo, who was the one with the bionic arm. And then
Yeah.
there was Throttle was the brown one.
I like the bionic arm guy. He was cool. I think I had his toy.
Of course you did.
That's how you know it's cool.
Right.
Speaking of movies, the Artemis Fowl movie is finally being made.
Hey, are you sure that's not an
Yay.
April Fool's?
No, definitely, because this was like a week ago.
Okay.
Okay, so it's reliable then.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this film like since the first book came out, because they announced pretty much then that they were like, "Hey, we're going to be doing a movie," and yeah, they've finally like got a cast, they've got like a shooting schedule, they have a release date. It's actually happening now. It's August 9th of next year.
It's a long way off.
It will come around very quickly.
Oh.
That's not bad for a movie, though.
Yeah, I guess you say that. We were only just talking about Infinity War, and that's stuck up on us quite quickly, isn't it?
That's like what,
That's less than a month away now.
3 weeks away now, something like that.
26 days away.
Yeah. Okay, who's gonna die? Who's gonna die in Infinity War?
I know what I'm going to say, but I don't want to say it.
I don't
Do
want to
it.
say it because it's going to be a spoiler.
I think it's going to be Gamora.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I saw a rumor on Facebook, at least. It says Cap is gonna die.
Captain.
I saw that as well. I saw the Cap needs to die thing.
Yeah.
Technically, he's meant to die at Civil War, so
Yeah. But then he comes back through
Hey.
weird time travel-y stuff. Which we don't
time.
talk about.
Yeah, well,
Timey-wimey.
I think with the time stone anyway, no one's really going to die, are they?
Point.
Bring anyone back?
Fine.
I mean, with his, they announced recently that his contract runs out at Avengers 4, and that will be his last. So I don't know whether that means that he's gonna be back in A4.
Contracts can be renewed.
They can be renewed, but also like he has said that it will be his last one. I know that like around Age of Ultron, he was saying that he wanted to do more like behind the camera stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I think he helped run the second unit on Age of Ultron, because he was like he wanted to get a little more experience.
No.
Stuff like that.
I know he was really skeptical about taking the role to begin with, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He turned them down a couple of times.
This was when he had anxiety issues as well,
Mm.
which is he's done a whole like video on YouTube about, which is I think if anyone out there has anxiety or mental health issues, you should watch it. It's really good. I've watched it and it's very inspiring. But yeah, it's good to know that, you know, the people that you see on the big screen that are so strong, you know, they're only human and they have human issues.
They're
as well.
only human.
They are. But, no, definitely go check it out. We'll see if we can pop a link to it on our video.
Do you know, I don't think any phrase that you can say will not be turned into a song anymore. Because I'm only human, instantly think of that song.
I shove monkeys up my bum. There you go.
That's
Hey,
coming
hey, we're the monkeys!
Gwen Stefani, 2019.
Hey, maybe you never know.
You wait.
Maybe in the new Lion King movie or something like that. God
I
knows.
think you know.
That's the R-rated movie.
Oh, remind me 1 year.
1 year, Gwen Stefani. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, moving along.
Moving on. So we're gonna come back to this game later. Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
So I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. The first person hit what's called Pirate Legend status.
Yeah.
Which is they've maxed out reputation with all 3 vendors, and that's meant to be like the start of the end game.
What is max rank?
Max rank is 50.
50. It's not
50.
too bad.
Not too bad. It's a decent amount of time, sort of thing. But the guy who did it, he's a streamer he's got a couple of world firsts in games, but he doesn't really do them legitimately. The way he got around the reputation stuff in Sea of Thieves was he got a whole bunch of his like friends and people who watch him stream to do 99% of the quest, like get all the stuff built up. You know, find tons of chests, find all these skulls just hidden on islands and whatnot, and then invite him into the crew, and then he'll just stand there. They'll cash everything in. He'll get all the reputation, and then he'll switch crew. So he'll just keep swapping crews amongst people. It's really clever when you think about it.
But it's very dishonorable.
Yeah.
And like
Pirates
When-
and
I'm not pirates.
Hey.
when he hit Pirate Legend, like one of the big things is that you get access to the Pirate Legend, like the secret entrance to the Legend lair. That's not its actual name. That's what I'm calling it though. And he couldn't follow the instructions on how to get in there because he didn't know. You have to play a song on like one of the musical instruments that you have, and he didn't know how to change song,
Oh.
which is like one of the basic things. He didn't know how to change song. He didn't know how to like change his outfit as well, because you get all the like the pirate legend garbs and stuff, and he didn't know how to change your outfit.
Huh.
And so there was this big like hashtag going around on the Sea of Thieves subreddit that was not my legend, and they're like, this guy, like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't deserve to be the first pirate legend.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of waiting for
I think.
his response.
Ooh. Say again, man.
They've kept it quite rare. Have kept it quite silent. Like they haven't said, "Here's our first pirate legend," but there's 2 other people that have hit it since.
Mhm.
Both of them, I think they've done it legitimately.
Are they worthy?
But even so, Rare still haven't come out and said anything. But yeah, we'll get back to Sea of Thieves later. But yeah, like, what do you guys think about the, boosting things to get one first?
It's clever, but I don't think it's very honourable. I don't think you put in the work yourself to do it. It's like if you're hacking. It's like if you're hacking at Dark Souls. It's the same thing. It's clever. Yeah, you've got the smarts to do it, but play the game properly, man. Come on.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I think it's not right in the sense of I agree with you. Like he probably shouldn't be a pirate legend. I love the hashtag. That's wonderful. But I think that kind of adds to the charm to it. I mean, in Sea of Thieves, regardless of how much gold you have, you can't get and I was saying to you, Stuart, yesterday we were talking about it yesterday. You don't get any benefit from being however long you put into it, no matter what your rank is, you are just as good. You don't get any better weapons, you don't get any better ships, you are just as good as every other person on that sea. And even if he becomes pirate legend, that's fine, because eventually you'd be like, oh, have you heard of say you're in game, you'd be like, oh, it's the pirate legend, there he is, and you can be like, oh, well, he's actually a sham. It's like, I wonder how many legends in history we had pirates that say, it's all rumors, isn't it? It's like, how many this pirate did this? Did he? Oh, he was a bit of a pushover. All pirates got to lose eventually, right?
It's this whole like Dread Pirate Roberts thing where it's actually just a name that's passed down.
Yeah, he could be nothing. It doesn't really bother it. It's fine. Even if you saw him out and he's got a fancy ship, if you sink it, how awesome would you be to be the first person to sink the pirate legend?
Yeah, but they're not going to put an announcement out for you for sinking the first pirate legend.
Yeah, well, it might be if you put it on, like, in the day of the internet, you put it straight on stream or you put it straight on YouTube. You could be like, oh, there comes the pirate legend, the first time I ever saw him in his brand new pirate legend ship, and a sloop sinks him.
One man and a pistol.
Yeah. He takes it and he's like, I'm the pirate legend now. Speaking of which, Stuart, I never want to go to your pirate grotto ever.
What? The legend layer?
The legend layer. I don't want to ever go to your legend layer.
Hey-o.
Sorry, cat's being a bit mental.
No.
So there was a bit of comic news this week.
Yeah.
Marvel are bringing back Fantastic Four in the summer. So they had previously cancelled the Fantastic Four comics. It was a bit sketchy. They after the awful Fantastic Four film a few years ago, they like completely cut off all the comics. They stopped all the storylines. They didn't appear in anything. They just sort of sent them off to space. And like, see ya.
I wonder why.
But now, Marvel have the rights back for the films.
Thank God.
I think that's why they're bringing them back, because they're gonna introduce them into the MCU soon.
Thank God.
Because they're like, we're not gonna give you any more storylines to fuck up. We're gonna wait till we get the rights back and we can do them properly.
Maybe
we don't talk about. Oh yeah, I loved Chris Evans as Human Torch.
He'll end his contract with Captain America
and he'll go back to being
Human Torch.
Maybe that's why he's not gonna go continue on. He's gonna die in the movie, so he can go back to being the.
There's a little bit unrelated. I can't remember which Lego game it is, but there's a Lego.
It's Lego Superheroes.
Yeah,
I've got it. It's brilliant.
If you pick, you can pick all the different Marvel characters to be in your team of 4 or something, and if you pick Captain America and Human Torch, then you get the achievements to be like, you look familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I've seen you somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen you somewhere before or something like that. Yeah, it's good.
There's a lot of like fun achievements in that game.
But But I
Lego
think-
games in general are really fun.
Yeah.
I love Lego games. They're doing a Lego Incredibles game
Yes, they are.
coming out
Oh.
in summer,
Mm.
I think.
Summer?
But I think I think it's good that they're bringing back the Fantastic Four. They're pretty interesting, and some of their like Doctor Doom is easily one of the most interesting villains
Oh yeah.
of the Marvel universe. So
Well, one of the big theories going around in like the MCU is that so in Homecoming they keep saying that Stark being sold, like that's why they're moving everything out of it. So one of the theories going around is that it's either going to become the Baxter Building
ooh,
or it'll become Oscorp.
Hmm.
Oscorp.
Oscorp would be cool.
Oscorp would be very cool.
I like the idea of it becoming the Baxter Building because that would be a good way to bring in the Fantastic Four.
Mm.
And you could sort of not sort of shoehorn them in, but you could like slowly introduce them in Homecoming 2, which is the first film after Infinity War Part 2.
Mm.
So
Actually,
Yeah,
really
that'd be
exciting. Marvel's on its way again, getting
It
the
is.
Marvel hype again.
yeah. So the next Overwatch event, the start date has been announced at the 10th of April, and it's the second coming of the Uprising event.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
totally missed out on the first one. I can't remember what happened. My computer died, and
Yeah, that was when we were
Was
looking
that
at.
the one in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that was my favourite.
That was fun.
my PC died, and I remember I was living on this bog standard unit that just couldn't run Overwatch, and I was so sad. I was watching Joe like, that looks fun, and she's like, oh yeah, it's great fun. Look, I'm shooting all these robots. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I can get all these skins. I'm like, oh man, that's just so much fun. I don't want to play. I don't want to play.
For the first time today, actually, because I spent the last few days building my new computer, and I completely formatted and redid my old computer and gave it to my girlfriend. So we actually played Overwatch together for the first time today
Oh, nice.
because we've now just got two computers next to each other. So that's gonna be quite fun. Actually, going back to the Uprising event, and do some of that together.
The first Uprising
Sea of
was where I discovered Reinhardt as a player.
Oh, nice.
Reinhardt,
Yeah.
So they've
best character.
they put out a little trailer that was basically saying that it's the same event as last time, where you've got the bit in King's Row, but then at the end there's what looks like a Sombra hack. And, like some of the file names change and the date changes and stuff.
Ooh.
So everyone's thinking there might be two little game modes this year, which would be fun.
might be
Interesting.
it might follow the other team. Might follow Blackwatch.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Finally get some more lore, because I think
Yes.
that's everyone's always talking about more lore for Overwatch, and finally we might get some.
So, well, actually going back to superheroes for a second, the Black Panther is now the highest grossing superhero movie ever in the US.
Damn.
Just the
That's
US.
just the US. I'm not sure if it's worldwide yet, but that's awesome.
I
That's
remember we were saying
huge, yeah.
it's the second grossest, maybe last podcast. Did we?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Yeah.
now the highest.
That's pretty
in the
awesome.
US.
Still haven't
so-
seen it.
You haven't seen Black Panther?
I'm gonna call myself on it. No, I haven't seen
Why?
it yet. I
Why?
literally
Brilliant.
I can't remember what
We
were
haven't had
doing.
a chance to see it because I wasn't well.
Oh yeah, Joe
Oh.
wasn't
Yeah.
well, and I think we worked.
Me too. I actually haven't seen it yet. Sorry.
There you go.
I am still behind on the Marvel movies.
How far behind are you, Hoy?
What was the
Right,
last
bye-bye.
movie? What was the last Marvel movie you saw?
Oh God, you're
We're
gonna
all
shame
gonna
me.
judge you.
We're gonna shame you now. We're gonna shame you.
Let's all
How
stay
far
at
back-
high.
How
I
far
reckon.
back do you
Hang
have
on.
to go?
Let's take bets.
I'm
I
gonna,
think-
No,
say,
guess.
I
Take
reckon,
a guess.
I reckon Hoy's seen Guardians too.
I'm gonna say Civil War.
I'm gonna say Guardians 1.
Oh,
Ooh,
come
hard.
on. That was
Guardians
ages
2.
ago. You're not that.
Jojo got it.
Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? So you're missing Ragnarok, Homecoming, and Black Panther.
Black Panther. Yep.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yes.
It's
I'm
doable.
still annoyed you haven't seen
She couldn't-
Homecoming.
I've seen half of Homecoming.
I've not seen Homecoming, but I've seen Ragnarok.
What is wrong with all of you? Homecoming's brilliant.
I really liked Homecoming. I can't remember why I stopped. I think
You fell asleep?
I think I fell asleep. I remember I downloaded it on my computer, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching this, and legally downloaded, legally, and I started watching it, and I was like, this is so good. And then Joe was in bed, and I was like, I should probably wait for Joe, and then like I had another glass of wine, and then that's it. I was out. But it was good. I liked it up to that point. I liked it up to a certain point. And so I need to get back and watch it.
It's very good. You should watch it.
I should. Shame on me. Spider-Man's my favorite anyway. So
yeah, you gotta have some. And the guy they've got playing him, Tom Holland, I think he's a good mix of a good Spider-Man and a good Peter Parker.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a little bit younger than I thought. I always base around my Peter Parker on the old school 90s TV show.
I like that cartoon.
And that's what I base my Peter Parker on. He's that nerdy, he's got the knowledge, but he's definitely a little bit
slightly awkward.
Yeah, slightly awkward, not great on his luck, sort of always getting turned down by girls.
Well, that's this guy. That's Tom Holland.
Yeah,
He has the same.
He's a little bit younger than, but I love the fact he's British.
Yeah,
I love the fact that he's British.
I just like the fact that they wouldn't give him a whole script.
Yeah.
Yes.
We went into that last time.
That's funny.
Although,
so good.
What I don't like about a British actor who's currently in the Marvel Universe, and I think
Speak
Joe
an
will back me up on
American
it.
accent.
Why has he got an American accent?
No, see, look, I don't mind, but I
You know what
love
we're talking about?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Is it Benedict Crumblesnatch?
I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumbersnickle.
Leave him alone.
And his penguins.
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 I thought Doctor Strange was meant to be English. Was he not?
No, he's American.
Is
But
he?
what's stopping them from putting a slight twist on it? If they go, oh my god, Benedict, this is like watching the Penguins thing all over again. You just can't do American accents. Please speak British.
He's got this really suave, great English accent that doesn't even sound overly that English, but then he does this horrible portrayal of this American accent, and you're like, I love the film. Don't get me wrong, the film was amazing.
The film was good.
But
I wouldn't say it was amazing. It was good.
no, it was great. 10 out of 10. Would watch again.
Okay.
But no, it was the American accent.
Also repeated in Thor Ragnarok. There was one point, do you remember watching it, Scott? There was one point when I went, oh, what are you doing? No.
You do a lot of that when we watch films. It's like if we were at the movies, you might as well sit like 2 rows behind me and be that person that's talking to the movie screen and obstructing everyone else.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Oh,
absolutely not.
Have you guys seen the animated Deadpool series has been cancelled?
I heard about that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So it was going to be run by the Glover brothers. So Donald Glover and I think his brother Stephen Glover. They run Atlanta.
Okay.
Which is have you guys seen Atlanta?
Stargate.
It's the
No, that's Atlantis.
That's Atlantis. The Donald Glover series. It's really good. It's very good.
Okay.
It's an odd type of humor. It's very dark. But it's very good. Like Donald Glover is exceptional in it, and he's like all the awards that he's won for it are definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like they were meant to be running a Deadpool animated series on is it FFX or FXX? It's the TV network.
I want to say it's FXF.
No idea.
Is it?
I don't know.
You're confusing me now.
Yeah, same. It's the one that Archer's on.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the
FX channel.
first story that came, FX channel. There's an offshoot of that channel. But the original story was that they didn't have time to write the script or run the show, so they pulled out.
Yep.
But then Donald Glover came back and went, well, that's bullshit. Like, I can write a script right now for it. And wrote a script and said, look, here's a script. And it was very, like, current event. Like, he wrote it last night sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all like, Deadpool goes and saves the last rhino that died and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is that the reason why I got cancelled?
Possibly.
It's like, he's late to his meeting. Deadpool saves Rhino. Yeah, great.
Done.
And at the same time, though, it could possibly like, yes, wow, these scripts are so new and so interesting. It's like, but each week it keeps having these last minute sort of sort of catch 'em on sort of. Hang on a minute.
I'm kind of bummed that we're not going to get a Deadpool series, but at the same time, the films are good enough.
Yeah.
You don't want to oversaturate.
100%.
I was going to say, if you overhype it, then it becomes not very special anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
I just hope that
so
Deadpool 2 is as good as it's going to shape up.
I really like the trailer.
The
looks
early
amazing.
showings were a bit negative, but then the recent showings, everyone's come back and gone, no, it's good, don't worry.
Also, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews!
Terry
Can't
Crews!
believe he's in it!
Gotta love me some Terry Crews. Right?
Gotta love some Terry. Terry loves Terry.
Everyone loves Harry. Come on.
Harry loves
loves
yoga.
Terry does love it. I'm gonna get out there. So update. Have you guys fought Devil's Row yet?
No.
Yes.
You have.
I
We've been
have.
trying to level up. We were leveling up Ollie the other day. I need to do my rank up quest as well.
Oh, yeah.
I finally finished the story. I finally finished. I beat Xeno'jiva.
I think
now
I
onto
think you're
the-
the last of us to do that now.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm the last. Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2!
But at least you're
When
still
is that coming
playing
out?
compared to someone, right, Scott?
Yeah.
Right?
I look, I'm on a sabbatical from
You
Monster
can
Hunter.
stay on sabbatical. that's fine.
I haven't been around for a while, but I am still way farther than Stuart. So when he catches me up, I'll come back.
Doesn't
Alright,
matter. Oi, help me do my rank up this week.
I'll help you. Don't worry.
I'm
I got you covered.
I'm on the tempered basil gooses. Basil geese.
Oh, I'll help you with that, Stuart.
You
Hey,
did
Stuart, hey,
We'll have a
hey,
guys'
Stuart,
night. So screw the girls.
Fine, you do your rank up, and we'll do my rank up of tempered Kirin.
Fine, we'll have our own rank up with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, you're gonna look forward to that one,
Monster
Stuart.
Hunter.
Yeah, have fun
We'll
with that.
rank each other all night. It'll be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
Um,
Put your hand under under your bum so you can't feel it.
exactly. So the Spring Festival, moving slightly on, the Spring Festival update is coming from the 6th of April
We'll be back.
until the 20th. That's like a big flowery pig thing, if I remember.
Yeah,
That's the one.
it's in the gathering hall. There's a giant like pig
Piggy.
It's all glowy and flowery. It's
homage,
amazingly cute.
which
It is.
completely is great with our squad name, which is All Hail God Poogie.
And we have a little Pookie badge.
So
Yes.
a little love heart.
And Poogie's gonna get a new outfit.
Woo! About bloody time.
A couple of new outfits, I
Yeah.
thought.
Is there a couple?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
the Bumblebee one.
Oh yeah, the Bumblebee. Yeah. I forgot about the Bumblebee. And then there's the flower one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the flower one. So
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know where we're gonna have to find them. So
Considering the amount of people that call Devil Joy Murder Pickle, can they not make a pickle outfit for Pookie?
That would be
Oh.
terrifying.
they did the watermelon one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did a watermelon one, so why can't they make a
I
pickle?
mean, they already have made the Hulk and the Frog outfit, so why not the Hulk and
and
the
the
Pickle
Pickle
outfit?
Pickle pig.
Pickle pig.
Have you seen this week's event quest gets you the giant Kuliaku head?
Yes.
As a helmet.
Yeah.
It is like-
Hoy and I have it.
I haven't done
You
it.
have
yet.
already-
Yes,
oh,
and
no.
we're just like to
Oh,
creep
yeah.
each other out. It's
I will
like,
log in just to get that because it's terrible.
Didn't you put the Yaku head in and I put the Wiggler head in and we started running around the hub?
Yeah,
See,
around everyone, scaring them basically.
I logged in because I was really busy when the Wigglerhead event quest was live. I logged in for like 10 minutes, got the Wigglerhead and logged out. I was
Oh,
like, right, that's me this
oh.
week.
I need to do
I
the
have
same for this
heard.
one.
I have heard with
Uh-oh.
the Spring Blossom Festival, all of the previous event quests that you may have missed out on are going to be unlocked.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
I read
confirmed.
that.
Confirmed.
So
It's
does that mean like
yeah.
Say again.
does
Oh, Stuart,
that mean that
you're on
what?
connection. It's awful.
yeah, my, yeah, I
Get
know.
better internet.
I'm trying to shut up.
Who's
And
your
there's my answer.
wait, Stuart, who's your internet provider? Shame.
Yours.
It's
Oh,
it's it's
Oh,
just
damn.
that BT can't get into the same area. You know that we've got ultra fiber and they can't
Yeah,
get
but
they
we
can't
had
put
to
it
get-
everywhere.
We had to get them to replace our hub after they
Um,
couldn't. After several calls to them and they couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
I went, "Can you just replace our hub?" And that fixed everything.
I'm gonna email
That's good.
Arnold this week and be like, awful. can we get a new hub that might fix it?
Yeah,
And
I
it-
love
Yeah, definitely.
everything you're saying is gold because it's just like, can we? How would you like to sound like this?
Would you like to play a game?
Would you like it again?
Which,
I hate
So,
all of
yeah,
you.
Let's play a game.
but back on
It's-
the Monster Hunter situation. Yeah, I will totally come back just to get that Kuliaku.
Whatever.
That's
No,
amazing.
No.
My
We're moving on past it. You can't.
my favorite thing ever was I haven't had it yet in Monster Hunter World, but back on the days where it used to be on PSP, and the only way to play online was to download Hihachi and link your PSP through VPN to kind of get online with anyone from around the world, and you used to join random groups, or random people used to join you, and you'd sit in the gathering hall and a bunch of Japanese people would turn up with no armor on, but the only thing that they had was the special head. So like one person would turn up with like a feline head, another person would turn up with like a kazoo head, and you'd be like, what the hell? And they'd all be running lances and they'd all destroy the monster, and you'd be like, oh cool, and then they'd leave and you were like, thanks random strangers. Off you go.
Naked strangers.
Naked
The
strangers.
naked
Yeah, it's-
strangers sail off into the sunset.
Yeah, it's like you've saved the day. Be gone.
So apart from Monster Hunter World, what have you guys been playing this? Well, I'd say this week, but it's been 2 weeks since the podcast.
It has.
So what have you guys been playing for the last 2 weeks?
I just got into Sea of Thieves this week.
Hey,
I've-
one
I-
of us.
It's okay.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun in short bursts.
It's I can sit down and play it. It's a very pretty game. It just needs more.
It
It's-
does.
And they say they're going to introduce more, which is good.
It's
if
still
they-
a bit buggy.
If they bring more into it, then that's wonderful. But at the minute, I'm enjoying doing it. I'm not playing it I'm not rushing to get to Pirate Legend. I'm just enjoy playing it with other people that I know because I have more
Yeah,
fun.
it's like I'll get a text from you saying like, "Hey, you around? We'll play some Sea of Thieves for a bit." I'm like, "Yeah, I can play Sea of Thieves." Yeah. It's not, I'm not logging on and going, "Oh, I must grind the reputation. I must grind all the, all the factions and whatnot." It's just fun.
It is still
play for
quite
like an hour
buggy
at a time.
though. We found that there was some lag issues
Yeah,
the other day, which was
Um,
really frustrating after a while. But it's early days still. I mean, they can still patch things.
I think apparently. So tomorrow is going to be the big day for Sea of Thieves. I think.
Why did you
Because
say that?
it's 2 weeks after the game came out. Now, Sea of Thieves was the first like big new release to be put on the Xbox Game Pass,
Mhm.
in which it gets you a 2-week free trial. So I think a lot of people will have gone, "Oh, I'll try it out. I'll get the 2 weeks for free, try it out, and if I don't like it, then I won't renew the Game Pass and I won't keep the game." So I think tomorrow is going to be the sort of make or break day for Sea of Thieves of like player levels.
It'll be
So a lot of
interesting
people
to
are
see
gonna-
what happens then.
They have said that there is a roadmap. They are working on adding content, on adding, different things. They are actively on the subreddit and the community pages and whatnot, like picking up ideas from them and whatnot. So,
That's good.
I trust Rare. They're
They're usually
a very good-
they're a pretty solid game company, aren't they? They've
Yeah,
never had anything.
been around. Been around for a long time. I started playing Far Cry 5 this week.
How is that? I've been looking at it, going.
I'm enjoying it.
I haven't ever played a Far Cry game, and I look at them every time they come out, and they go, "There's a new Far Cry," and I literally go, "Is it just a generic shooter?"
I like it. So me and my girlfriend got a copy each because you can play the entire campaign co-op.
Okay.
Wow.
It is a bit weird. So
How so?
you can't get achievements if you play it co-op. And also
Okay.
you can't. So one person basically jumps into the other person's.
World.
All their unlocks stay the same.
Okay.
But then when you go out, your progress hasn't changed.
So you're only
So-
helping
Oh.
one person.
You're helping someone, then you have to do the stuff again.
So it's kind of like Dark Souls in the whole
Kinda.
join someone, enter their realm, help them out, but then you come back to your world with you don't even get anything for helping somebody out.
You keep all the weapons that you've bought, all your like perks and whatnot. So you keep your character grows, but your progression doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like Dark Souls then.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying for the fact that we keep having to go back and sort of do each other's like story stuff twice.
Yeah.
You say that,
and
but
then-
we did the same with Monster Hunter recently, didn't we?
True, but then I'm gonna have to play it a third time just to get all the achievements.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
we're doing it all co-op.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
that's
shame.
rough.
It's a bit rough, but gameplay-wise, I'm enjoying it. Like the same as Sea of Thieves, where I'll jump in it for like half an hour to an hour. You know,
Hmm.
do
So
a
it's
couple
good
of
if you
ports, do a
just
couple
want
of-
sort of like short and sweet games.
Yeah.
Who's the
it's a good-
developer?
It's
Is it
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft? Yeah.
okay.
Have you encountered
it's
any animals yet?
Yeah, I got killed by a turkey.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, they got talent,
You can get like animal companions as well. So there's 3. There's Boomer the dog, Peaches the cougar, and Peanut Butter the bear.
You can get a bear.
It's cheeseburger. It's cheeseburger,
Scott's
not
face
peanut
is just
butter.
like, I'm buying
Oh,
that game and gonna have
cheeseburger
a bear as a
the bear.
companion.
Peanut butter
Cheeseburger
the
the
sounds
bear.
better.
Peanut butter bacon
Oh,
sound better.
bear.
It's cheeseburger the bear.
I didn't get it just so you can have a bear. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Anyone would
Can you
want that
ride
bear.
the bear?
I don't think you can ride the bear. No,
It just follows you
Oh.
around like a giant dog, though.
I haven't unlocked cheeseburger yet. But the cool thing is, it's not linear. It's like, here's the map, go. You know,
Can-
there's nowhere that's locked off. There's nowhere that's inaccessible.
Can you fully Zelda it and go straight for the end boss?
No, you do. It's so each like region of the land is owned by, let's say, a warlord kind of thing.
Okay.
You have to, build reputation in an area, do quests here, and then you fight the boss of that area. Then once you've done all 3 bosses, then you get to the big bad sort
Okay.
of thing. So it's linear in that sense, but it's a lot more open than go here, go here, go here, go here, go here.
Okay.
Which I quite like. It's nice.
Okay.
Have I ever explained to you guys about the circle of MMOs that I am consistently stuck in?
No.
So me and my friend Edmund, we have what we know as the circle, in which we'll get hankerings to play an MMO at some point. We're like, oh, we want to play an MMO.
As we all do.
And it always goes in a loop where we'll play DC Universe for like 2 months or so.
Oh,
And then
don't
we'll
say
sort of-
that. I haven't played that for
sort of-
years. I don't
We'll
want to
sort of
play it.
peter off. And then we'll pick up one we're playing at the moment, which is Dofus, or Wakfu, which is done by a French developer called Anakma. It's this little like top-down
That's the
tactical
little-
RPG.
The little cartoony one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bloody adorable. We're playing that at the moment. And then it'll go to Lord of the Rings Online in a few months. Then Final Fantasy 14 will get in there somewhere.
The hype.
Guild Wars 2.
How
But
have we
it
never
always
played 14 with you?
because
He's not on a cool server like ours.
exactly. But it always goes in a loop, and we always end up cycling back round at like the start of the year. We'll always end up going, "Oh, do you want to play DC? Yeah, I want to play DC." So we're on Dofus at the moment. We literally started like a few days ago, but yeah, it's been fun to go back to that.
I have the same sort of thing. It's mainly Final Fantasy 14. Back into DC. We went back to DC as well. That's good fun.
It is.
Especially when they released DLC for it for like the Lantern expansions and stuff.
Oh, that was ages ago.
Yeah. So that was probably the last time I played it when Red Lanterns came out. And I was like, oh, I want to jump back on and play that, and that was good. And then Knights of the Old Republic. That's the one.
Yeah, I feel like I should play that.
Still like it. It's great. Not so good now. Everyone jumps off and power levels you to 60 and you don't really know what's going on. Great story. All the different things. BioWare still had their old story mechanics in there. It was just the mechanics of the game per se were not tight on. And then Final Fantasy 14. Black Desert Online. Really pretty game. Lots and stuff to do. Me and Joe played it for a long time when it first came out for backers. And we spent the entire game fishing. That was good.
No, you spent the entire game fishing. I was cutting stuff from village to village. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to cut this stuff and I'm going to go nip in the shower.
What was really good?
You know what I mean? You could just leave it like that on autoplay.
You know how like in most MMOs, it's like, oh, you have a bag that has 16 slots and you can only carry 16 items. But you can have stacks of like 99 in each stack, but you can carry it all. In Black Desert, what I really liked is that every item had a weight. And the more weight you added on, the slower your character got. Eventually, you'd end up carrying a giant pack of stuff that you could slowly trudge around in, but you needed to kind of offload it or drop it back at home and stuff. But
it's like Dark Souls.
Yeah, but the more that you carried and the longer that you carried it for, so like if you walked your character up and down like a long path for ages, you could then eventually you build up a strength gauge, and then you'd be able to carry a little bit more each time because you just get used to the weight. So a lot of people used to do on the old school version before they patched it was you could set markers to get your character to auto run. So they would literally carry everything that they ever owned or like buy a bunch of stuff that was really heavy, set a loop up so that they would just walk around in a circle around a town and just carry stuff and leave it for the day. And then come back and be like, oh, my strength is awesome.
Come back and just hench.
Yeah, I used to do it for fishing. I got really into the fishing because I could
I remember you telling me about this game.
Yeah,
I think it was around your wedding. I think you were playing it.
Yeah. You could leave it. You could leave your character fishing, and it's like there's a whole fishing mini game where you have to press spacebar and stuff to get your fish at the right time, and that's a good way to like elite fishing to like get your fish quicker. But if you just left it, eventually your character would just get the fish, and if you had enough bait in your inventory, you could set it to auto fish, and it would just like it's slightly slower, but you could like I'm gonna get in the shower and get some breakfast, and I've caught like I caught like 19 fish. It's like great.
Nice,
but that's good.
That's pretty good.
I know we were talking about other games that we were chatting about. I've gone back to still playing. Actually, not gone back to. Still playing Dead by Daylight.
Nice.
They are recently selling their company to another company. Can't remember what it is. Yeah, they're selling the rights to it. But they've also, I don't know if it's like a management scheme or something, but they've also decided to do. All the DLC that came out can now be unlocked through just playing the game rather than just purchases.
That's cool. That's like the Desire and Jason and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they had like Freddy Krueger, Saw, Leatherface, and Michael Myers, Halloween. I
prefer like Michael Myers, like Shrek.
Or
just Mike Myers coming around. Oh,
there is a swamp level, and I haven't seen anyone do that yet, so that could be interesting.
You're doing a swamp.
So yeah, you used to pay like I can't remember, it's like £6 to get like a DLC chapter, is what they call, and that unlocked it. Most of the time, it gave you a survivor and the killer. There was a few just killer characters, but no, it's really good. But the fact that you can now do it, and they've now changed the scheme so that every 3 months they will have a new killer, a new survivor, and a new map. So
nice.
They're following that road plan from now on. And you can buy the game.
They've also announced a new game that they're debuting next week, PAX East.
Death Garden, it's called.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, not much known about it, bar a trailer of a guy hanging there, and then like he looks like a guy from Destiny, like a fully on Titan, with like a full auto rifle. So it's like a 5v1 shooter, is what they're saying, but.
Yeah, like more info's coming out at PAX East next week.
Yeah,
I think.
So it'll be interesting to see what they've got. Yeah.
So, what have you guys been watching this week?
Nailed it.
Sorry?
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yes. I think everyone's watching Nailed It.
Oh,
It's so good.
So funny. It's trash TV show, but it's so entertaining the way it did. And like, if you love baking or just watching people bake and fail at it, this is the show to watch. Like the expectations versus reality one. This is the kind of show, and it's amazing.
I've never heard of it.
Alan Lamarco. It's brilliant. So it's basically like I said, it's the whole expectation versus reality picture.
Like the internet meme.
Yeah. So it's like, here's something amazing and beautiful. Here's what I made. But take that and take 3 absolutely shit bakers and make them do it.
Okay.
So like in the first episode, they had to make this giant wedding cake. And then they're like, okay, here's the recipe, here's the instructions, here's all the ingredients. Make it look like this. And it's just the train wrecks that happen are fantastic.
What's
Although
that
I
on?
know it has been really inspiring to people that have been watching it, like cake baking and stuff.
Yeah.
As you said. You know, I've seen a couple of people on my Facebook, on my newsfeed, going, you know, I watched this, actually looked pretty cool, so I decided to give it a go myself. So I think it's really good for inspiration.
It's also good to look at and go, I'm not shit.
I'm not that bad.
I made mine
Actually,
better.
A little unrelated, but I love our wedding cake that you stole me, Stuart. Love you.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the way that your hair looks, Joe. It looks really nice. The same.
You saw my hair about...
Someone's.
Yeah, but it looks nice.
Anyway, moving along.
How much of that wine have you had?
I love you.
Oh.
She's
Moving
very
on.
bless her.
Still in your freezer.
Oh yes, it is.
Is
No,
the,
I'm still
the top
drinking, giving it whiskey and rum.
Good man. Get that cake drunk.
Get it nice and right. I can't wait to open it. When are you meant to open the cake? Your top layer? Is it meant to be a baby?
It's either supposed to be
It's
after your
something.
first year.
Yeah.
Some people do it after the first year. Some people do it after the first child, and some people do it after the first child's christening.
Okay, so we've already missed the first year. So our
you
cake's
get-
gonna
you
be
get drunk.
so drunk.
It can be your apocalypse cake.
It
Super
is.
mature.
We're like, oh, the bombs are dropping. Better get the first tear out.
And
We're
it's
all gonna
so
die.
good.
Yeah,
It's like-
we can,
Let's
if
get
you
drunk
want,
on
Scott,
cake.
if
We
you
haven't
want,
got-
Scott, we can put the wedding cake toppers back on if it makes it feel extra special.
Yeah, it will. But if it's like, oh, we haven't got any whiskey or anything left, that's fine. The cake will get you nice and drunk.
Just one slice and you're pissed.
And there's no much. There's literally about like 50% sponge, 50% alcohol.
It's a good ratio. It's a good ratio.
Speaking of numbers, Scott, we've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again, haven't we?
No.
Nine.
9-9.
Watch Brooklyn
Sorry,
Nine-Nine.
that was the 9-9. So yeah, Netflix, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think there's 4 seasons now.
4 seasons.
They're halfway through season 5,
Yes.
like in actual TV.
Yeah, but there's 4 seasons available on Netflix as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's got very serious recently.
It gets even
it
more
got-
serious in season 5.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We're sort of watching
Yeah.
season 5. I'm not sure I'm okay with this level of seriousness.
See, I
miss
loving
old
it.
school Brooklyn.
See, Old School Brooklyn was good, but I think, like, I don't want. Obviously, I'm not gonna put any spoilers, but like how each season ended was like, it always ended on like a serious note, and then picked it up at the beginning, cleared it off in the next 2 episodes, and then moved on through the season. But season 5, which we're watching at the minute, is so good in the sense of we've got lots of little plots, and you're like, oh, when's that going to come back? And then it comes back, and you're like, oh, it's amazing. And then you get your Halloween episode, which is always good. Always
And
good.
the end of the Halloween. Is it the Halloween? Yeah, the end of the Halloween episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've seen that.
Yes, and obviously no spoilers there, but it is amazeballs. But yeah, very, very good. Watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Like the start of Brooklyn, it was very like episode of the week sort of thing. Like there was no really coherent story running through.
Yep.
And then as later seasons went on, you
It
got
developed a
more
plot.
structured. Yeah, structured like, oh, this is the season 3 story. This is the season 2 story, stuff like that. And I liked that. It got a little more structured.
Plus Terry Crews. Terry Crews.
Everyone loves Terry.
Terry loves Terry.
Terry
loves
loves yoga.
Terry
What have you
does
been
love-
watching, Stuart?
I've been watching the Santa Clarita Diet. So season 2 came out last
Season 2
week.
already? I remember
Yeah.
someone telling me about season 1, and I was like, that sounds interesting.
I think it was me.
It was you.
But yeah,
It was you,
season
yeah.
2. Yeah, season 2 came out I think last week.
Okay.
It's 10 episodes and it's brilliant.
That's
it's
the
kind
cannibal thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to talk about it without giving any spoilers because it's very, like, each episode is very spoilerful, if that's a word.
Oh.
It's very hard to talk about it with people who haven't seen it.
As long as you
Without
don't spoil your dinner.
Giving- Hey.
But here we go.
It leaves threads open for like season 3, and it
leftovers then.
closes. It closes on like some plot lines and stuff. So it is very
leftovers
very
then.
good.
They're having leftovers.
Just Scott, step away. Stop it. um, but no, if you haven't seen season 2, watch season 2. If you haven't seen season 1, watch season 1 first, then watch season 2. So something that finally came out after months of speculation: Thunderbirds Go season 3.
And someone, I'm not even going to say who, after having to put my what people called a Rosa moment on my Facebook of, if you spoil season 3's first episode, I will put you in the ground. Someone very nearly did that. No names mentioned. You probably know who you are because I know you're probably watching this. But yeah, thanks.
She's very angry.
Scary. So scary.
I was not happy. I was like, I literally had to stop that person. I was like, look, before you see it, just please look at my status. I haven't seen it yet because we don't have a TV license, so we don't watch stuff live. But if you've got ITV player, as soon as it's finished airing, you can watch it for free. So if anyone's sort of got that little dilemma, then yeah.
She got a puppet fix.
Is it is it good? Is season 3 good?
Do you know what? The first episode is a 2-parter. It already looks like stuff's about to go down. What I like is the animation actually looks sharper.
Nice.
I was having this debate with a couple of friends earlier when I was saying, I don't know whether it was just because of the gap, but I reckon the facial animations got sharper. They look a little bit less plasticky and 3D printy and more human-y, like more real-lifey. So I think that's pretty good.
It's freaking out. There we go. Okay.
Too much fun. Oh, Stuart, dude.
What's happening there, Stuart? Are you frozen? He's gone.
Hey.
Oh, Stuart,
wait.
no.
He's dead,
I'm still
Jim.
here. First picture is frozen.
Give it a moment.
He's in fort.
Hang in there.
Look at him.
I'm alive.
He looks in fort.
Hang on. So hang on. Here's one for whoever's listening. If anyone can give Stuart a better provider for his area than what he's already got, please recommend, because my God, they're really messing him up at the moment.
Poor Stuart. He
Yeah.
has to get up in the morning and walk to his computer and have bad internet. If you could feel it in your heart to donate $6.95.
I'm here.
Oh my God.
But yes, anyway, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I was pretty upset with the trailers because they seemed very Virgil centric, and there was none of my favorite Flyboy. But no, he is in it. He's still alive. So
Unfortunately.
Oh, shut up.
It's all about Virgil.
Oh,
Thunderbird
shut
point.
here,
Oh,
yeah.
shut up.
Am I alive?
Thunderbird. Yes, you're here.
Yay!
Still alive. Stuart,
I'm
can we
alive.
just talk about other things? Because otherwise I'm going to go into the
No.
other room and I'm going to hurt Scott.
I bought
Headline
the
for the
living room.
week.
You can't get me.
Headlines of the week. Now,
yes.
I really struggled to find some headlines, and then I found 4.
Call the police. My wife's going to hurt me.
Shut up.
So
The first one.
where was the
Japan-
so Japan's slowest
Slowest
roller
roller
coaster.
coaster stops, and nobody notices because it's so slow.
So slow.
How slow does it go?
It's in the page here somewhere.
It's
It's one of those those kids rides that just goes so slow
Oh,
that you don't
Oh.
notice.
the kind of rides I like.
One of the wheels popped off the rail.
Oh,
And
that's not
it just-
dangerous.
that doesn't sound. Yeah. What? We got kids on there?
Yeah, there was
7
12
adults and 12 kids,
children.
and no one noticed.
So this was in the family coaster at Arakawa Amusement Park in Tokyo.
Some say the ride is still going.
Just very slowly.
But yeah, nobody was hurt. Just that the ride was so slow, nobody actually realised that it come to a complete standstill.
The ride is built on the park's web slowest 105.
Yes, Stuart. That is how the road was built.
Let me.
Joe, how
So
fast?
what Stuart was trying to say was the ride is built on the park's website as the slowest roller coaster in Japan and is 140 meters long.
Right.
It doesn't actually say how fast or slow it goes, but it obviously goes slow enough that people don't realise that it stopped. It's probably powered by the same thing that's powering Stuart's.
Got him!
Oh, that takedown.
I'm not even
was
sorry.
amazing.
I'm not
Well
even
done,
sorry.
Joe. Well done, Joe. I'm proud of you.
I hate all of you.
Oh, that was beautiful. I love my work.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
It's so good. She got you.
Oh,
We love you,
So,
Stuart.
man- So,
Just
American on a
write him a
goose.
letter. Write us a letter. It'll get here faster.
Send it by pigeon. Or a goose, which leads us on to our next one, which is some silly man decided to have a fight with a goose.
Was
Guess
he
what
drunk?
happened? The goose won.
it's
What?
1 human 0.
Geese are actually
I
really
love
vicious.
some of the-
Where was this?
I love some of the quotes from this guy. He's yelling at the goose. That's right. Quit sticking your tongue out at me. I will put you in the deep fryer.
He must have been drunk.
Why are you
I don't
frying
know,
a
I think-
goose?
Maybe he was really chappy. I don't know.
Maybe, but
But the goose won. The goose.
Maybe,
Like,
I don't know. I suspect foul play.
Ah,
there he goes again.
there he goes.
But it reminds me of the game, that indie game where you play as a goose and you're being addicted to
Oh, yeah,
the
gardener.
gardener.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
cannot
actually
wait
want
for
to
that
play
to come
that
out.
game.
I cannot wait for that.
I want to be a goose.
It's like you can
There's
like take
co-op
his
in it.
shovel and stuff, and the partner's like, "What?"
There's an action on it that's just hoot, and you just go, meh. Meh.
It sounds like one of the best indie games I've ever seen.
Although, have you guys seen Genital Jousting Story Mode?
Yes, it is terrifying.
It looks brilliant.
I watched Rooster Teeth
Oh,
with
God,
Let's
yeah.
Play.
Same. Have you seen both parts?
It's
I've
terrifying.
only seen part 1. I didn't know that there was both parts. Fucking hell, that must have a great storyline to
It's,
go on that long
it's
about.
something.
We can't really say too much about it, but just you look it up on YouTube. Genital
Yeah,
jousting.
Well, it's
I
called
played the
genital
top-
jousting, so yeah.
Oh, it's not what you think it is.
Although it
It
might
really
be.
It is very hilarious. But I have to say, top marks to the narrator, because she managed to keep a straight
How did
face.
she keep a straight face
She is
She
on
runs the
par.
whole
Sorry.
about
on-
talking about beans?
She's on par as the same guy that does the Stanley Parable, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she probably had it a little bit tougher. She had to talk about
I don't know. I think the Stanley Parable guy is probably top notch. Then it comes her.
Stanley walked through the left door.
Yes,
I mean the left door.
the left door. Stanley felt obliged to ignore what I'm saying and do what he wanted.
Oh.
Okay, now, so the last two, I think we've probably only got time for one.
Okay.
Because they're both a little bit old, so which one are we going for? Because I don't mind. They both involve firefighters. I think we should go for the gym one.
I
The
think
white one.
The
Yeah.
other one's just dumb.
The other one is dumb,
Yep.
and it's probably let's not talk about the other one because it probably does
Does
not
that have
deserve
to
the
do with
credit.
dumbbells?
Yeah.
One of them does. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's go with the dumbbell one, which was firefighters spent 3 hours removing a weight from a gym goer's sensitive part.
Ouch.
While we were talking about peens and genital jousting.
So
It's
I
too
gather that they're talking about, when they put the weights on the end of the
So-
rod in the center.
Here
I
we
do
go.
weights.
A man
Apparently.
working out in a German gym got a very sensitive part of his body stuck inside a 5.5-pound weight plate on Friday. Although this was
Wow.
Thing is,
firefighter
like,
spent 3 hours using a grinder and a vibrating saw to free what was widely reported to have been the man's penis from the center of the disc. I bet he loved that.
Sounds
A
hot.
vibrating saw.
I love
mean-
the fact it's
Sounds like an
been
exciting
reported
time
to
in
have been his
gym.
penis. We're not sure.
We're not sure. We think it might have. We don't know. We
I'm
don't
guessing it
want
wasn't leg day.
Well, it might have been third leg day.
Third leg day.
Tripod.
When you got a lift. That guy's
Like,
like, you've never seen a
left.
muscle this size.
Oh my god.
Oh, someone put a Twitter response going, "Where was his spotter?"
Oh.
But yeah, no, he's been freed and hopefully he's learnt his lesson.
Yeah, use lighter weights.
Right? God.
Oh, that's just why?
Why? Who does that? Obviously that guy, but who does that?
You shouldn't lift too heavy because the veins will pop out of the neck and all sorts.
thing is-
Oh, gross.
Okay, this is getting weirdly specific. He got
Graphic?
it in. Why can't he get it out?
It's probably like that guy the swimming pool incident with that one guy.
Well, I guess if it
When he put it in, you know, the filter hole.
Well, yeah, but that
He
sucks.
stuck it in the filter hole, and then
Did it-
the soft tissue swelled up, and then
that story blows.
Oh. Oh.
That was pretty good.
I
That was
guess
pretty good.
I guess it's something to do with the circulation. I guess if he got
Well,
it
you two should
in
know better, really.
and
since
then
you two
got
guys.
and then got excited, I guess maybe it would cut the circulation so the blood couldn't flow back.
I guess.
Yeah.
do we really need to
Is
think
that how the
much about
penis
this?
works?
I don't know.
How?
By the way, I
Just
just want
one
to say this
penis.
now. If anyone's listening for the first time, this isn't usually what happens. We will rein. No. I think a certain someone needs to be reined in for next week, Scott. Anyway,
So,
talked about more.
upcoming videos this week, as you heard earlier, and as you can tell, my internet is shit. So uploading videos has become a bit of an issue. Hopefully, I will try and get some stuff out this week. Some more of Jojo and Hoy's stream adventures. The first part went up. That was really fun to edit.
We should put.
yeah, boy,
Language.
language,
Language.
fizz cap.
That one little 2-second soundbite took me 45 minutes to edit.
Oh,
But you say that with a smile on your face.
You enjoyed it, admit it.
It was
You
worth the
enjoyed
pain.
every bit of it.
Because I was like, I can do this. Took me a while.
Challenge accepted.
So yeah, there should be some stuff coming out this week because I can now leave my computer on overnight and it won't explode.
Yay.
I think we should do a video of you getting new internet. We can film it on our phones and put it straight up.
Celebrations.
And see which one's faster.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh snap!
I hate you. So events are coming up. How was Sci-Fi Weekender?
Sci-Fi Weekend was fantastic. I just wish I was feeling better to enjoy it more. It still wasn't 100%, but we had a fantastic 7+ hour road trip up
Oh.
because of three vehicle RTA that put us back 2 hours. But
Oh, shit.
Ouch.
yeah, we had the most epic road trip up. By the way, we had to drive through Snowdonia National Park to get there. The sheep
Beautiful.
in Wales love to try and walk out in front of your car.
It's because they're
Oh.
They're like, you know, the lawyers for you type of things. That's what the sheep are like out there. They just walk out in front of your car and see you coming. And look, here comes one now. Let's just try and
Hey!
go away. But no, the event was great. It was really chill. The staff was so friendly. Like you would not find. I'm sorry to say this, but you would not find that amount of friendly staff in a London convention. For
Nice.
somewhere that was out in the middle of pretty much nowhere in remote Wales, North Wales. It was on a Haven holiday. We were a little bit skeptical, thinking, oh, they might be a bit funny about that. They were really good. The staff were very thorough. There were bag checks on the way in just to make sure anyone wasn't bringing anything stupid in. The security guards were really into it. I mean, there was one day that Scott and I rocked up as Star-Lord and Rocket. I got let through. Star-Lord had to be stopped for a bag check in case he had a bomb in his bag.
Sounds about right. You probably wouldn't even know it's there.
Yeah, I put the tape over the button. Well, what was there to complain about?
At least we had tape. We went in on the Sunday where we did Thunderbirds Our Go. The first thing we did, because it was so late in the afternoon, we went straight to the outdoor bar. And the bartenders looked at Ant, Scott, and I and went, oh, I'm not sure I can serve you guys. Because aren't you like International Rescue supposed to be on duty? I don't think we can give you any alcohol.
Oh, that's good. Like they really sort
Yeah,
of got
so they
into
really get into it with the cosplays. Cosplay wise, it's probably about 50-50. 50% cosplayers, 50% civilian clothes. Big parties every night. There is a Papa John's on site, which we absolutely love. There's a
Nice.
Burger King, fish and chips. There's something called the Mash and Barrel, which is like a pub. And there's a on-site little mini-mart thing as well.
Mm-hmm. If
That's
you're
pretty
really
good.
cooking at home, then it was good. Yeah, accommodation was quite
can-
nice.
Yeah, well, unless you had the little Harry Potter runs.
Yeah.
With the little double beds, 2 single beds smushed in a little room.
Aw.
But no, everyone was really friendly. Everyone there, staff and attendees, were really chill, really friendly, very laid back, not overcrowded. There was a bit of controversy with one of the guests, Colin Baker, one of the Doctor Who guests, who pulled out last minute due to work commitments, and then people found out he'd gone to another convention in Atlanta.
Oh.
So I guess he's probably not going to be invited back again because I think that's quite a dick move.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty big.
And he
big
should have
move.
known better. But there we go. But I highly recommend. I mean, obviously, if you live local, definitely give it a look at. I think it's the 10th anniversary next year.
Oh, nice.
If you can stomach a several-hour road trip up from London or wherever you're coming from, what we would suggest is preload all your songs onto your phone or whatever and just blast it up there. It's fun.
Oh, or in Scott's case, fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, no, in his case,
I was
turn
on
the first roundabout and then head down the straightway and we're going, oh, look at that lovely... Oh, no, he's asleep in the back of the car.
Yep.
I had a very important job.
Sleeping.
Oh yeah.
Sleeping
It's
on behalf of everyone else that couldn't sleep.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah. Someone
It's
has
the comfort tester, you know.
Yeah. On the back seat. I need to make sure that everything was good. And
I fulfilled that role at Christmas. You know, it was like 5-hour trip up to Liverpool.
I ended up with a
Go sleep.
bruise in the middle of my finger there from where I'd been holding my phone for several hours with the sat nav and the music.
Wow.
Nice. Can you not just like wedge it somewhere?
No, because people kept messaging me.
what about
Tony kept messaging me. So yeah. Not even sorry. Name and shame.
So how was it Cos Expo? You were at Hawaii?
Hawaii was at Cos-
That was in University of Reading. Was very good, very small but very fun and intimate, and then like lots of photo shoot opportunities outside, despite the weather. But otherwise, yeah, it was very good. I mean, food-wise, there was only like the student union bar inside the university where you can go for food. But at least it was cheap as chips. They had a cooperative on site as well, and a bubble tea place as well. Can you believe it?
Nice.
I was like,
Dude,
bubble tea, must get.
dude.
Whereabouts was this?
Uni of Reading, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
this
so
was the
literally-
first, wasn't it?
Yeah, the very first one, and
Is
it
it
only took
gonna
like
be
half an
second?
hour train. Sorry.
Is there going to be a second? Do we know?
I think they're planning to at least, hopefully, maybe 2 days. I'm hoping at least for 2 days.
Okay,
Sweet.
right. So
But
watch
this
this.
is just a 1-day event this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was made by a team of cosplayers for cosplayers, so they only planned for 1 day just to see how the interest was, and
Cool.
depending on the feedback, they might do it for 2 days next year, and hopefully a later month, but it's not so cold and rainy, please.
Yeah. That's good. So coming up, we've got MCM May
Yes.
next month, end of next month.
Yes, so that is Bank Holiday May, so 25th, 26th, 27th of May.
Cool. RTX London.
RTX, yep.
The ticket. There'll be news about the ticket release on Wednesday. The way they usually do it is they'll say like first members will get early access, and then after that, general tickets will go on sale. I will try and get tickets this year due to the
We tried
kerfuffle
so
of-
hard for you last year.
Everyone tried
There was
last
like
year
a team of us trying to get you a
Everyone tried.
ticket, and
because like the first batch came round and I just missed out. And then they're like, right, we've got some re-release tickets. They will go on sale at this time, and I like stopped what I was doing at work to do it. I had you guys doing it and my girlfriend all trying to get tickets at the same time,
Wow.
and yeah,
Just couldn't do it, man.
they all the resale tickets sold out in I think 5 seconds.
Mhm.
Damn,
So-
that's awful.
But yeah, I will attempt at ticketing again this year.
And it's in September this year, isn't it?
It's not like a week before Expo, like last year.
Mm.
And then there's we mentioned it last time. There's HibanaCon
Mm-hmm.
in Milton Keynes.
In the Drury's Inn Hotel.
Yep. So it's the 2nd to the 4th of November.
Yep.
I don't know much about this.
Kez went
So
last
anyone
year.
want to fill in?
Kez
Cool.
went last year, and I think she's probably the person to talk about it. But she's not here.
Kez.
I heard that it's small but good. I think from the sound of it, it sounded a bit like how Kitacon and Fushicon started off.
Cool.
She's small and cushy. Actually, I think Anthony went last year as well, and he said it's a really chill convention, very much like Minami. So
Yep.
I've only heard positive things about it.
Nice.
good.
So I think that's it for upcoming events.
Hmm.
Unless you guys can think of any more.
Mm.
LFCC in the summer sometime, but I can't remember when.
I don't think that's been announced quite yet, has it?
It has.
Oh, okay.
So,
think-
go on.
Yeah. No, sorry. I think also EG Rest has been announced.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
next
remember the date.
That's
Is it
next
next weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go. London Film and
Yeah.
Comic Con is the 27th to the 29th of July.
Oh, also, tickets for Eurogamer, the actual big Eurogamer Expo, have gone on sale down. I want to say down in, but it's up in Birmingham. It's the end of September.
Nice.
I might try and go this year. I'm not sure. It depends on work and whatnot. But yeah, I might try and go this year. It's always good fun. Eurogamer, you get to play a lot of stuff early. You get to talk to a lot of the indie devs as well. They're always great to talk to.
Sweet.
So on to Q&A from you guys.
Yes.
So Darren Barlow asks,
Hey, Darren.
who are more toxic, the PC Master Race or steak snobs? Now this guy puts afterwards, I like my steaks well done, but steak snobs keep shaming anyone who doesn't have their meat mooing. Darren, you're talking to the wrong people. I
don't
mooing
think
as possible. Yeah, so
I like my lamb like rare.
yeah, you're still bleating. You know,
I like it medium.
Same. For lamb, it's
Yeah.
medium for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
medium
and-
rare.
For
You know.
beef, it's medium rare. But if you go in somewhere, I think anywhere that's well done, I probably wouldn't be friends. Actually, no, I wouldn't care. I don't care. I'd be like, I might make a comment on it, but it wouldn't bother me.
Anthony
managed to get-
is a steak blue, doesn't he?
Who? And
And-
yeah.
That's just like you wave it around a kitchen.
Smack it on the head and go.
You show it a frying pan and go, you're never gonna meet this.
Never gonna meet this, huh?
Exactly.
Oh,
But then,
but
who
yeah.
are more toxic? Do you think the PC Master Race or Snake people? Steak people, not snake people. Wow.
The snake people.
The snakes.
The snake would be more toxic.
Yes, I
Um,
would think so. Ah.
See, I don't know. The question's a bit. I don't know. Obviously,
it's hard to compare, isn't
they've
it?
had to have some kind of there's obviously the person asking the questions had some kind of thing where maybe it's console gamers or versus PC race. So I wonder what he is. I wonder if he's a console gamer then, asking if the PC race is.
I don't know. I
would
think
say
it doesn't.
snobs are more toxic.
I don't know. I think it depends on who your circle is.
Yeah. But I would say the snake snob. It's really hard to say. Steak snobs. It's really hard to say. I would say they're more toxic for the fact of they're like a
There's
lot
more
of
of
them are
them.
very much like in their opinion, and that's
Yeah.
it.
There's more
You
of
know.
those people out there than PC gamers and stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess the majority would be the steak people. Steak.
So Laura Mins asks,
Hey, Laura.
do you think
We should
pigeons
start saying hello to these people. You know.
should? Hello, Laura.
Hello.
Do you think pigeons have feelings?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if she's been playing
Hato
what's
for
the-
boyfriend.
Yeah, Hato for boyfriend.
Senpai,
started
notice
playing
me.
that. I just started playing.
I've finally got around to installing Dream Daddy that you got
Oh,
me for
God.
Christmas.
Oh, finally.
My PC's awful, right? Shut up.
Yeah, no, let's not talk about PCs right now. I can't talk either.
And I don't. It doesn't need the internet to play, so it's okay.
I
But
think
yeah,
pigeons do have feelings.
I would say they have like very
Yeah.
repressed feelings, but yeah, you know.
I also
they're all-
think they're slight cannibals because they'll eat KFC off the
They eat anything, yes. I've seen a pigeon tuck into a fried chicken
That's
right
like,
down by my
eating,
road.
that's like eating Solent Green.
Solent Green is people.
Yeah,
Apparently so.
allegedly.
Yep.
And then we've got Damien Valentine, who him and his friends just came back from Sci-Fi Weekender, and they are all suffering from conflu. I don't know how all of us that went up there managed to dodge it, because I've heard there's been a minor outbreak now.
Oh, jeez.
And he's asked if we would go back to Sci-Fi Weekender. Do you know what? If I had the money, if we had good company of people that wouldn't mind going as well, and we could all afford it, I would go back. I would definitely go back. If you can stand the road trip, do it, because it's such a chill car.
Yeah, if you can get a bunch of people who want to drive while you sleep in the back, it's great. But if you can
Typical.
yeah, it's great. 'Cause
Well, next year, me and you can spoon, yeah.
we'll spin in the
Ah.
back, Stuart. It'll be good fun.
We
Yeah.
thought about maybe hiring. Anthony and I were talking while you were sleeping in the back of the car, Scott. Anthony and I were talking about maybe hiring like a people carrier and
Get a
then
van.
take it in turns. Well, yeah, if we're cosplayers, we're gonna have to get a van. Seriously, there was only 3 of us in the car. There was how many cosplayers? I took 2, Scott took 1.5, and Anthony took 1, and we had to Tetris the car.
Nice.
To
Wow.
be fair, and this is my only redeeming feature, I couldn't move in the back because I had stuff on my lap, stuff to my side. I had half a seat and stuff.
I
at my
told
feet
you
and stuff behind me, so I couldn't do anything else but sleep. I couldn't look at my phone if I wanted to.
No, you were looking at your phone. You were on your phone. I saw. I saw. I told you. I did say that to you. I was like, we can leave the helmet. We don't have to take the helmet. And you were like, oh, we'll take the helmet. See, you could have had more space.
Yeah, because you'd grumble if we didn't take the helmet.
I would
Like,
not.
what the hell,
You know
man?
what? Guess what? We put it in the wardrobe and I forgot about it. So there we go. No.
During a helmet, I just realised in the back of mine, I got my sort of melted flash mask behind me.
You have. You've
Yeah.
also
Why-
got your
why
massive
is it
box of
melted?
Cadbury's cream eggs.
Yes. So cream egg update.
How many did you start with and how many you've got now?
We started with.
You finished the-
48.
You finished the tray, didn't you, last time?
No, we've still got we've got 5 left.
Oh my god. You ate 43 eggs. Cream eggs.
in like a
Stuart's body
month.
is
Hey, Stuart,
32% cream egg.
Do you want me to book you in with the diabetes clinic now? Or
No, I don't have diabetes. My sister has it. It's fine.
Payment's
Wow.
free. You just
You don't have it
move your
yet?
left foot.
No, in my family, diabetes seems to like pick one of a generation, and then that's it. So
Sacrifice her
Yeah.
on a pole. I want
Jesus.
diabetes, God.
oh my god, Scott.
Jesus.
Oh,
And on that
God.
note,
On that bombshell.
my bombshell.
So we'll be checking in next Sunday.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, any questions, any Q&A, anything we've missed, leave it in the comments, or if you know one of us personally, message us.
Or just leave it on our Facebook page.
Yeah, leave it on the Facebook page,
or
Twitter,
Tumblr.
Instagram, somehow.
Oh
not
yeah, we
sure.
do have an Instagram. Yeah, you
I
can-
have Instagram now.
Good for you.
yeah.
It's full of food porn.
Well, I'm a chef. It's what I do. It's gonna be my quest just to make you guys permanently hungry.
Yeah, I get that a
you
lot.
do that.
Please
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
You're not even on Instagram as well, Scott.
No, he sends me and he just finds it. It's like
He sends
yeah.
it to you.
It's like oh, I'm
You send it to me on
Instagram
WhatsApp
account
while I'm
just
at
to
work.
do this.
That's not.
and he's like, oh, Scott doesn't have an Instagram, so I'll just send it through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get a message. I'm like, oh, I wonder if my meeting's been moved. No, it's like a picture of a cake. I'm like, great, thanks, Stuart. Wasn't hungry, but now
Great, now I'm hungry.
Awesome sauce. Well, on that note, so
Yep.
7 p.m. next Sunday, as per usual. We
Yep.
will try not to be late. We were a bit late this evening.
This day.
today.
But yes, we will.
Yep.
We will catch
So
you all.
Happy Easter to those who celebrate.
Happy Egg
um,
Day.
Happy Egg Day.
Enjoy your chocolate.
Yep. Don't get diabetes.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Coolio.
Happy
Bye.
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 Bye.